All right, Rabo AgriFiance is an ag lending organization here within the United States. We're in most of the states in the U.S. We provide financing for ag producers from ag operating lines of credit to term real estate. We also have crop insurance products as well as risk management products available to producers. I look at the opportunities within the ag lending world and what happens right now from a beef perspective, some of the challenges that we face, some of the opportunities that exist. We're still in an environment where we have historically low interest rates, and that can provide producers opportunities both from a financing perspective for long-term financing, but also reduced operating costs as interest rates are so low. There's still a lot of opportunity in the market, and I'm going to let Don address some of the factors with supply and demand.
Earlier this week, we released a report on U.S. and Mexico feeder cattle supplies. We've gone back and looked at the overall pattern of total cow inventory in Mexico over the last 25 to 30 years and looked at that inventory peaked at 30 million in the late 80s, and that inventory is currently below 20 million head. While the Mexican cow inventory has declined by that degree, we've seen a very stable shipment of feeder cattle exported to the United States. We'll typically average just over 1 million head a year. We saw a spike in that number in 2011 that was a result of the severe drought conditions that spiked that export number to 1.45 million. What we've observed over time was that there's a very clear pattern on a 5 to 6 year cycle that we will see a spike in shipments of Mexican cattle to the United States. And once that purge takes place, it typically takes from 3 to 4 years for shipments to decline and Mexico to recharge their inventory enough to resume the higher level of exports. One thing that makes that situation much more complex this time, historically, the steer-heifer distribution on the Mexican cattle was basically 90% steers. Because of the liquidation that has been forced as a result of the drought, export shipments of Mexican cattle in 2011 was 17% heifers, and it jumped as high as 27% heifers in 2012, that showing the Mexican cattlemen are dipping substantially deeper into their total inventory to sustain export numbers where they are. And with that additional supply of heifers stripped out of their production system, once they go to rebuild inventories, it's going to be increasingly difficult with the reduced female numbers.